back to my channel. Today's video is going to be like a first impression slash wear test slash review of the L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage Foundation. I've heard so many terrible things about this foundation, so I'm honestly so excited to try it out. So in the video, I did this side of my face with the blending brush and then this side of my face with the Beauty Blender, just to see which way it applies better and whichever one works best for me. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work best for you, but I just wanted to see how it would work on my skin. And then at the end of this video, I do like a little wear test and show you throughout the day how it wears on my skin, if it gets cakey or heavy or anything like that, if it clings onto dry spots, oily spots, anything. I do show you guys the wear test at the end of this video. But if you guys wanna know what I think about this new foundation, just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start out by using the Maybelline Master Prime. This is in the number 300. It's for blur and redness control. And as you guys know, my cheeks are always pink and red. So this one works out pretty well for me. So I just apply that with my fingers. Okay, so I'm gonna do half of my face with an e.l.f. blending brush and then half of my face with my really old Beauty Blender, just so I can see whichever one wears better, and then I can tell you guys which one I think you guys should use or which one I prefer. So I'm just gonna take this, it's in number 301 Classic Ivory, so it's the same number as my Infallible Pro Matte foundation. It's just 301 versus 101. They're both Classic Ivory, so that's kind of how I knew which shade I should get. But it does say full coverage, weightless feel. It's 24 hours. It's a natural finish. I don't know if I'm gonna believe natural finish. And then it's high coverage and air light texture. This is also known as a face and body foundation. Ultra lightweight. You can use it everywhere. I don't know if I believe any of that, but. So I'm just gonna squirt some out onto the back of my hand. Oh my gosh, do you guys see how thick that is? I might have just gotten way too much. But I'm gonna do this side of my face with the blending brush and then this side of my face with the Beauty Blender. I'm literally so scared. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've heard super good things about this foundation like at first, and then everybody comes back and is like, no, don't get it, don't buy it, don't wear it. But I bought it before anybody said anything about it, so I didn't know, but I'm really excited. So it's like instantly taking away a lot of the redness on my cheeks, and it does feel lightweight at first, but I don't know how it's gonna feel in a few minutes. Maybe it's just the brush I'm using, but it doesn't look streaky either, which is really good. Sometimes more like moussey foundations tend to look streaky on me when I use a brush. Okay, so that's one side of my face, if you can tell the difference. It does look like kind of cakey at first, and it's really like, it is like, it's covering my color, like my redness, except for like right here, it's still kind of red. It's really, really tacky to the touch, so I'm definitely gonna have to set this. But it's like getting cakey and like emphasizing all of my texture on my skin. Like, it's kind of weird because usually full coverage foundations, like, yeah, they might emphasize a little bit of the texture, but it's honestly like just making the texture on my skin worse. Like, it looks good from far away. I feel like this is the kind of foundation that like will look good if you're going to an event or something where you're not really gonna like talk to people up close, maybe. Probably not a good foundation for like picture taking, unless if you're gonna take them with like your iPhone and you're not really gonna have like high def. Okay, so I lied. It is like streaky. It is streaky like underneath my eye and on my nose, so maybe it won't do that with my Beauty Blender. It feels like it with the brush, it feels like it looks like I have like peanut butter like smeared on my face. Like literally, ew. Like it's taking it in some spots and it's not taking it in other spots. Like really close to like my lash line, it's taking a lot of product, but then like on my eyelid, there's nothing. I literally like already hate this foundation.
Is it? It's like so like...
It's like not on my skin. Like it's just sitting there.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. It feels gross. Like it feels weird. Libby is sitting right here telling me.
You just dipped your face in peanut butter.
It literally looks like peanut butter. Like it's my skin color. Like it's the closest that it's gonna get to matching, but it does. It's like it literally looks like it looks like dewy foundation. It says that it's natural finish, but it's literally like dewy. But in about 10 minutes, that's probably gonna change and it's probably gonna be matte. But like, look, I've been moving my hand around and this stuff is so thick that it like doesn't move. Like it literally hasn't moved at all. Like it is literally so thick that it's not going anywhere. I don't understand. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just going to apply this. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I'm gonna apply this to my face. The beauty blender, maybe it's gonna be better. I like beauty blender better than brush a lot of the time. And like usually the brush gives you more full coverage and then the beauty blender gives you less coverage because it kind of soaks up some of the product. Like look at that, I just cleaned this. Like this was clean like 2 seconds ago. Okay, so it already looks better with the beauty blender. Not good, just better. It's so hard for me not to take my beauty blender and blend out the other side of my face because it looks so bad. So I just wanted to zoom in really quickly for you guys so I could show you my foundation. This is the brush side and then this is the beauty blender side. I like the beauty blender side a lot better. I feel like it's on both sides cakey, like right here on my nose, because my foundation gets really cakey like really fast with like every foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer and see how my concealer lays on top of this foundation. I'm just gonna use my Benefit Born This Way concealer in Fair. This is the concealer that I use every day, so I'm not doing anything like out of the ordinary to make any wrong impressions or anything. Okay, here it is blended out on both sides. I definitely like the beauty blender side better because this side, the brush side, got really streaky with the concealer. And literally I use this concealer every day and it almost never gets streaky unless if I'm playing around with a new foundation like I am today. But the right side, or my right side, y'all's left side? I don't know. But the brush side is really streaky and it took away like so much of the coverage. Like my concealer is like not really even on my face anymore. Like it took away all of the coverage. So I don't understand, like especially like right here on my cheeks, this is where the most red part of my face is. And it literally just took away, like it's like you guys can, well, I don't know if you guys can tell, but in real life it's really red still, like right here. The beauty blender did kind of take away in the same spot as well when I was blending it out. I definitely like the beauty blender side better, but neither one of them are great. Like I still have dark circles under my eyes. Here's just another quick close-up just so I can show you guys the coverage of the concealer and how it didn't really cover up any of my dark circles and it kind of took away a lot of the coverage. Especially the beauty blender side is so streaky like under my eye. I don't know if it showed up on camera, but like it is not working for me. But it is really, really tacky, so I'm definitely gonna have to set my face with some powder. So I think I'm just gonna use my Airspun loose powder that I always use to set my face with everything. But I'm gonna set my face and then I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'm gonna come back to you guys and I'll show you guys how everything sits on my face, if it gets cakey and everything like that. Okay, so I finished the rest of my makeup, and just to let you guys know, I am wearing the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick in Rebel Rose, and actually Casey Holmes turned me on to this shade, and this was the last one and in my Walgreens, and I bought it because I was like, I need to be Casey Holmes, like let's be real. So So I'm going to zoom in and just let you guys see the difference between the Beauty Blender side and the blending brush side. So in all, the powder did sit on top of the foundation really nicely. It gave me a really nice airbrush finish, but the texture on the brush side of my face was so emphasized with the powder and the foundation that I think the Beauty Blender is just a better choice. So I'm going to film a little bit more throughout the day to kind of do a wear test on this foundation, because right now, like, it's not great, but it's not as terrible for me personally as everybody is saying that it is. But I will be filming a little bit more just throughout the day, probably on my phone, so it'll probably be really bad quality. But that's just to let you guys know kind of like how it's wearing throughout the day, because I've seen people who it wears throughout the day the same way as when they put it on, and I've seen people who it wears like so terribly because they're greasy or oily or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert those clips right here. So I'm currently babysitting, but I just wanted to pop on here and just let you guys know about my foundation a little bit. So the Beauty Blender side is definitely much better than the blending brush side. I don't know if you guys can see like the texture that's right here, and then like I do have texture here, but it's not as like emphasized, I guess. And I do feel like it's like kind of sliding off of my face. Like it's getting really cakey around my nose. Like it's still cakey. I feel like when I was filming it was kind of cakey, but now I'm just like, it's like oil. Like I feel like I need blotting sheets. I already have oily enough skin as it is that the foundation just kind of made it worse. But I'm gonna check back up with you guys when I get home from babysitting. I'll probably be like really late tonight. It's already like 7 almost, I think. So it's been like maybe 3 or 4 hours since, and it's really greasy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but at least my highlight is popping still. Woo. Okay, so I am back home from babysitting. It is currently 2:30 a.m. and I have literally no energy left, but I just wanted to give you guys one last update on my foundation. All in all, Beauty Blender side over the brush side for sure. My baby, so cute. Anyways, Beauty Blender over brush side for sure. It is staying on for a long time.
This side.
Yeah, this side. But it is staying on for a long time, but the thing is that like it's getting really, really greasy, and it is still caking up by my nose and like kind of the wrinkled areas and between my eyebrows and under my eyes. So the foundation is doing fine. Like it's just so cakey and thick that it's just not for my oily skin. It's just kind of sliding off. Like it's still on there, but it just moves around so easily. Like I itch my nose and then it like is halfway across my face. So the only thing, like it emphasized the texture on my skin when I used the brush, but not with the Beauty Blender. So for me personally, using the Beauty Blender, it works better than using a blending brush. I think that since I use the Beauty Blender and it kind of soaks up a little bit of the extra product and it makes it not so full coverage, is really what saved this foundation on this side for me. So I think that I probably won't use it again, unless if I need something for pictures for like 2 hours and then I'm just taking it right off. Or if I use just literally such a tiny bit and then I use my Beauty Blender with it instead of a blending brush, because I mean the Beauty Blender is just so much better. I mean, and this is what it looks like after about 12 hours of me wearing it. The texture is pretty bad and it's pretty oily, but it's still on my face. So my powder and like contour and highlight is mostly still on 10 hours later. Well, actually like 12 hours later. So it's like holding everything up really well. I think that this would work really well if you were dry / normal. If you're oily, you would probably just need to use blotting papers throughout the day, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, so now we're going to cut back to the better lighting that is not the light on my ceiling at 2:30 a.m. So that's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. I put out new videos every Monday and Thursday. If you guys tested out this foundation as well, leave a comment below and let me know if it worked out for you, if it didn't work out for you. And also leave a comment down below letting me know what kind of videos you guys would want to see from me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!